Hey folks, and welcome to my thoughts on a comic. And today's comic is Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Issue 57 by DC Comics. There will be spoilers. Alright, so, correction, this is indeed like the other Scooby-Doo comic I read. It also has two stories in it. Alright, so let's get to them, one by one. Alright, first one is called T for Do. T for Do, and alright, story and art are by Scott Gross, not sure. Letters are by SaidaTemofonte. Must have botched that big time. Assist editor is David Pina? Not sure. Colors are by Candace. I'm not even gonna try that. That'll be down below. Cover is by also Scott Gross. And editor is Jessica Chen. Alright, so that's the first story. Maybe that's why I thought it was one. It was just one story when I flipped through it. The art was exactly the same. Alright, so the first story we have the gang. They're going to Arizona to have spring break, which makes me realize I have no idea how old these people are. Probably in their 20s. I mean, spring break. Doesn't that usually happen in college? Not sure. So anyway, they're going to Arizona to this bridge. There's waves there. There's this lake there for swimming, jetting, whatever. So Daphne just wants to sip tea and stuff. So anyway, they're going there. They're very excited. But when they reach the bridge, it is empty. There's no one there. All the spring breakers decided to just leave. There's apparently a ghost. The bridge ghost that scared all of them off. As the nice taco man tells us. So, of course, the gang split. The usual. Alright, Fred says, me and the girls are gonna go there. You, Shaggy and Scooby, you go over there. Interestingly, they didn't need Scooby snacks for that this time around. So they go, and Shaggy and Scooby, of course, encounter the ghost who talks in rhymes. Like, don't tumble down the apples and pears. This is your final warning, beware. Alright, so they do that. They run. This is our guy. Not the most handsome. So they see him, they start running, and then they encounter Windfather. I don't know his first name, only the surname. I mean, I don't know how you pronounce his first name, so we're just gonna call him Windfather. It seems like the Scooby Gang already met him before. So he tells them about the curse of the bridge. Right here, that this is apparently a bridge that was in London. The London Bridge, and then someone bought it and brought it there. All the bricks, and it was rebuilt. Now it's cursed by the person who built the original architect. That's his jeep. All right, so they go to his farm to regroup, and so apparently Velma finds out that there's a way to decipher the rhymes. So, you need the first word. You need to find a word that rhymes with the other word. Like, for instance, in here it's what rhymes with what is it? Like apples and pears. Like what rhymes with the ranger, for instance, and danger. And then the other part, you need to find a word that is associates with it. Like, what do you think when you think bees, honey? That type of thing. We have a technical malfunction. Alright, so that's what they do. And then they go back to the place to figure out, to find some clues. Again, surprisingly. The girls don't split by themselves. I remember that part happened all the time. Right, so Scooby randomly licks Fred's face. I don't know. They're looking at a cactus. Alright, so they keep looking at the place, digging through the trash. Daphne finds a receipt. Fred also finds some things. They're like, and they think, what rhymes then with honey, and then that's money. So as usual, it's done for money. Then, as they're figuring it out, our bridge troll, he's a bridge troll, comes out and grabs Daphne. Also, he rhymes again. I gotta say though, that's nice that Daphne actually kicks him. I think I remember she was kidnapped a lot, but she always didn't really do anything. At least not from my memory. Right, so she kicks him, good girl, and then the Windfather comes out of nowhere and takes them away. So that's good. Or was he there and he was the getaway car? Not sure. So then Velma tells her, keep on to that receipt. I think I have a plan. And then the next day, they find out that the Association of Restoration was supposed to keep the bridge. What do you call it? Preservation Society, sorry. So that receipt and those things are from the Preservation Society. It was weird, and then Velma obviously figured it out. So they went to this place pretending to be delivery people. And apparently Daphne had a piece of the troll's scarf from their altercation the day before. She let Scooby sniff it, and he went after the scent. And this is our bad guy right there. He's the great, 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 great grandson of the actual architect who, uh, designed the bridge. And apparently inside the bridge there was a lot of gold and money. So he wanted to keep everyone far away and for long enough for him to dig out the money that was his inheritance. And that's it, pretty much the end. Yeah, so this story is actually pretty good. It was very interesting. And interesting, pretty much how the episodes went. But yeah, this was interesting. This was interesting. Alright, so our next story is called A Town Called Vladsburg. Sorry, Vladsburg. A town called Vladsburg. Alright, so Paul Harburgs. I probably botched that big time. Sorry, who is it? Paul Hopperbergs and Paul Hopperbergs. I don't get it. It says writers was only one name. Alright, I'll write that down below. Alright, pencilers are Scott Gross. I think it's just the same people, probably. Inks are by Joger. I don't know how to pronounce that. That'll be down below. Letters are by Sal Cipriano. I don't know. Heroic Age, the colors. I think I remember them from last time. And Jeanine, I don't know how to pronounce that, did the edits. Alright, all of that will be down below, more organized. It's the fucking font. Alright, so the gang come to this town called, end up in this town called Vladsburg, which immediately makes me think of Vlad the Impaler, and then of Dracula. So, surprisingly, Shaggy's in the front seat. Usually, Velma and Daphne are there, and Scooby and Shaggy are in the back. Found that kind of funny. Right, so Shaggy accidentally opens the map too wide. Fred can't see. They almost crash into a sign where a vampire is fighting a person. this man there, or what seems to be a vampire. The gang managed to save him. Fred's like, ugh, look, a vampire. But then he sees the other gang members and he runs away. I guess too many humans for him. The man thanks them for saving him. Then he tells them this is a vampire that's been hunting their town, drinking blood from people. It tells them an interesting detail. Like, both my car and my cell phone died. Which, when you get to the end, this detail seems then suspicious in the beginning. So he tells them there used to be this vampire, and then the villagers decide to, we need to get rid of him. And they, scared him off not scared him off, they chased him until he got into this mine, which they booby-trapped, and then it exploded. So they thought they got rid of their vampire problem. That is not the case. We meet the sheriff. He thanks the gang for saving him. He says, there was this doctor who saw the vampire the first time around. So he's going out now to make sure that people are safe. Who wants to come with him, come with him. So they go out in the streets, and then they hear a woman crying for help. They get there, but oh no, it's too late. The vampire sucked her blood. And he shoots him, but nothing happens. Oh, and apparently we already have 3 victims in the hospital. Now we have number 4, this nice librarian lady. So, oh no, what are we going to do? And then it's the next day. A lot of reporters are coming into town because of this case. They have, took out a warning. That's the doctor who was there for the first attack. The gang splits in order to, look for this vampire. Shaggy and Scooby encounter him. They want to go in, but of course they're too scared. But then they see, holy shit, he turned into a bat. And then somewhere else we have the girls. Daphne complaining that there's, nowhere to shop. And it's true, as you walk through the town, a lot of places are closed. And here, which is a hint. So they encounter a woman running. She barely ran away from the vampire. He almost got her and bit her. But she managed to escape. They all find it weird, like what's going on. There's too many attacks and stuff. And so they have a plan. As you can see, a lot of people are coming to town after all this, which is... Like, look at the locals. They're like putting balloons and all that stuff and signs. They seem a little bit happy about all this, don't they? Like, you think they would, okay, people, you need to get out of here. We have a blood-sucking vampire. Warning. We're closing the town. Don't come in here. No, they put on balloons. Oh, well. You should have done that in Resident Evil. That would have been hilarious. Zombies everywhere eating guts, brains. And then there's balloons and festivals. That would have been hilarious. Well, for me anyway. Yeah, come into our town. We don't guarantee you'll leave with all your parts. Alright, so the vampire was... I forgot his name already. Ederless, I think. Ederless. Because at first he's like, you mean like Count Dracula? And he's like, no, Baron Ederless. I probably botched his name. I'll leave it down below in the description. So he's about to attack this old man, but whoop, it's not an old man. It's Fred in the costume of the old man. The vampire's like, shit, you're not the other guy I was thinking. Fred grabs his cape, but he runs away. Shaggy helps Fred get up. So the vampire keeps running. Oh, look. Batsy. Alright, so Velma, Fred, and anyway, the rest of the gang, they start running after the vampire. And all the people are running after them. And so apparently there is obviously no vampire. The townspeople have faked it all of the town, in order to gain attraction to their town, to reopen businesses. They really needed money. Things are closing, so they kept up the legend. That's why no locals. That's why no anyone who knew came into town was ever attacked, and that's why they never met the people that were in fact attacked. It was all hoax. Yeah, that's why they were also. It seemed a little weird that they immediately all went for the theory of vampire. And normally people would think, nah, it's not a vampire. Maybe it's some asshole in a costume trying to cause panic, or perhaps there's another logical explanation. But they're like, yeah, it's a vampire. It's a vampire. So then they're left to deal with the press. They did lie. It was all made up. So they're like, the usual. And I wouldn't have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you. Well, they don't really say meddling kids. The troll guy doesn't say either. Well, exactly. He rhymes it. But yeah, they say something along the lines that if it wasn't for you, you meddling kids. And the gang leaves, and Shaggy says, maybe they should have considered just building an attraction park. And the end. Which I do have to agree with Shaggy. They probably should have went for that. Now they're caught up lying. And that is it. That's it. We got some ads here. Right, so let's start with the art. Alright, so the art is pretty good. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but it was okay. No major details of their outfits were forgotten, so I'm happy about that. The backgrounds aren't bad either, as you can see. And like here, you see that the past they made colors different. That's good. So yeah, the art is okay, decent enough. I liked it. Now for the stories. The stories are pretty good. They were way better than they were in the last issue I read, that's for sure. They had more to them than those. A lot more went on as well. So definitely like these better. They're still not, amazing, but they were better. They're definitely better. I enjoyed them more. I do think if you make this kind of thing, you should probably devote the whole comic to one story, I think. So you can include all the known stuff for Scooby-Doo. That's just personally me. But yeah, it seems like every time there's someone else as well. The cover's also pretty good. I mean, it's kind of cool. You got the troll guy up there. The cover's pretty good. So yeah, overall, this was nice. If I find any more, I'll read them. And that is it. Let me know what you think. Have you read any Scooby-Doo comics? That is it. Till next time. Bye.